Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm gonna get my screens going here. It is a holiday, so we'll see who is gonna come in tonight. But let me get that down. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, by the way. I'm finally getting in there after a couple days to check out all the memes, and you guys do not. You guys are pretty ruthless, so I appreciate it. What's up, Carson? Yeah. So if you guys are not part of the Discord, go ahead and check out the link in the description of one of the videos. Yeah, we're going live, Andrea. I put the notification out earlier this morning. We're just gonna see who pops in and talk for a little bit, probably like 30 minutes or so. See what's going on. If we don't get any questions, we can kind of chit chat for a little bit, and then I'm gonna head out. It is a holiday. People are doing things. I know that we had open mat on Saturday for the gym, and only a few people showed up, like barely anybody. So yeah, he's not dead. Yeah, yeah, I'm not dead, man. Working on content. Actually, just kind of I got some family stuff going on. I'll talk about here a little bit more. But yeah, just kind of getting back in the swing of things. But yeah, so let me finish moving some stuff around here and we'll get started. You guys can do reef related questions or non-reef related. That's my chair per usual. And then we'll get into just kind of chit chatting. Yes. So I think I mentioned before during my little frag and chill the other day about changing some updates for those of you who order 3D printing from me. A lot of people get the notification saying that it started to print, but there wasn't one to let you guys know when it was done. So I went ahead and added that. So you automatically get updates when your 3D printing order is in line, when it's being printed, and when it's done being printed, so you know when it's going to start shipping. The turnaround time is definitely going to improve now that I'm getting some filament in. So yeah, So thanks for all you guys, to toughen that out. And yeah, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, definitely not dead. I expected a direct phone call. Sorry, Andrea. Been pretty busy with Big L over here. So we went to CrossFit stuff this morning, and she went ahead and did her like a tribute exercise for the holiday, and it was pretty good. And then we just made pizza, which is pretty sweet too. So we've been hanging out. Took a nice long nap too because we're tired. So it's holiday, we can sleep. But yeah, so if anybody's asking, we did not ship today. Didn't ship anything, just in case you were wondering. Thanks for serving. Hey, thanks. Appreciate you saying that. I'm one of your 125 gallon years ago, and tank is doing well. I'm one. Got your. Oh, is that you? Did you send me a video on that tank? I see you got a big Bertha in your thumbnail there. If you didn't send me, I know somebody was sending me some stuff about a tank that they got from me. I haven't looked at the email yet, but I will check and see if that was you. But I have sold several tanks over the last few years, and I do get updates occasionally. But if you're the one that bought the original 125, I think didn't something happen with the hood when you were driving? I'm pretty sure I like blew off or started to break or something. But yeah, if you didn't send me an update on that, definitely do that. Let's see, we got Kathy says my bubble tip anemone is stuck to the underside of a branching rock. Will he be okay? He gets no light. Well, what's good about the bubble tips is they can determine how much flow, how much light, and whatever else they're going to get for resources in the tank, because they can move around wherever they want. If that bubble tip anemone wasn't happy, he would already have moved by now. So he's definitely getting enough light, again, because he could have moved. Oh, yes, that was you. Okay, Big. I'll get right back to you on that. But yeah, so the bubble tip has a foot, its ability to move. That's one of the main reasons why I don't keep them in my SPS tanks, is because they usually find a good spot next to one of your higher end acroporas, or say you had a pretty big colony of like WWC yellow tip or something. They usually find their way to that acro and then sit there and kill it. So again, that's one of the reasons why I don't keep them in my tanks. But yeah, if that thing wasn't happy, it wouldn't be there. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you wanted to move, try changing the flow around a little bit. I wouldn't say do anything with the light or anything, but you can change the flow. Maybe just point in a different direction or turn it down. That might encourage him to move out from underneath. But other than that, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Mr. NO3, yo, what's up? You changed your name, dude. That wasn't your name before, because I remember the thumbnail. I mean, I don't know how I can't miss that chiseled jaw of yours. So I don't know. I forgot what the name was before. But Caleb, what's up, man? Hey, I was just talking about you the other day, Caleb, to one of the guys at church. He does competitive like the racing. Like he doesn't do the races that you do. So he doesn't do the triathlons. Is that what it's called? He doesn't do those, but he does like a lot of charity events and stuff like that. Riding a bike. And I was talking about you, how you had that weird red looking bike that cost just as much as a house. But yeah, I was talking about you the other day. I forgot I had a 3D order. Yeah, your order is almost done, man. It's sitting right there. I waited for filament to come in, and I'm pretty sure I sent you an email about that. Just a side note, if one of the things with running, a business that sends out a ton of emails is sometimes people flag it as spam. It's just what it is. So sometimes Google will take my emails and automatically put them into the spam folder. So if you don't get a confirmation or you don't hear from me about an order and update, there's a good chance it probably got sent to spam. So just check that out before you go on the website and start yelling at me, because it happens. I have been replaced. I accept it. No, Andrea, you have not been replaced. It's pretty close though. Yeah, I would say you haven't been replaced. You're still there. But yeah, we can talk about that down the road. Anyways, it's a good thing though. It's a really good thing. I just bought a Corona Extra Straw bucket hat for Florida today. I don't know what that is. Do I have to go? Should I Google that? Is that going to be an acceptable Google search history? A Corona Extra Straw bucket hat for Florida today. I really want to Google that. It better not be porn, Carson. I know some of you guys set me up with this stuff. I'm going to Google it. It's a drink hat? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Okay, well, we're about to find out. Carson, if it's porn, I'm going to find you, dude. Corona Extra Straw bucket hat. I gotta look this up. Oh, okay. I was expecting it where it like held Coronas and had straw loops and like, oh, yeah. So we thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like one of those ones where the kids in the movies have, where they have the two cans on the side and you can put that in there. But yeah, that's a pretty cool hat. All right. Well, you can send a picture and we'll add it to my Instagram. Or we could 3D print you an attachment to put Coronas in it. We can do that too. All right, so you are the one that bought the 125 and then the wind crushed the top of it. Okay, just added a blue jaw trigger and he's very shy. They don't get too big, do they? I know that triggers can grow pretty big, but they take quite a while. What's up, Marcus? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up? I've been blasting him with flow. So you have been trying to... Oh, man, there we go. That's not the message. That is not the text message I wanted to get today. All right. Shout out to whoever just put an order in, by the way. He started hospice today. Oh, okay. Jeez. All right. So, yeah. So I guess we talk about that. Before I go on. So, yeah, I'm going to be heading to Vermont. Well, we're going to be heading to Vermont to see my dad. I just got a text message just now. So they started hospice today, and he's on morphine from now until he passes. So I'm going to call my aunt tonight. But yeah, so my dad has prostate cancer, which he refused to seek treatment for. And I'm not trying to go dark on this. You guys, just give me 30 seconds to go through this, because a lot of you guys have been asking. So he has prostate cancer. He refused to get treatment for it, and he decided to drink instead. And this was a couple of years ago. So it's progressed and spread throughout the body. Now, the prostate cancer is not what's killing him at the moment. He's been drinking since he was 13 years old, and pretty consistently through his whole life. He's like 64 at the moment. And so his liver has shut down, the cirrhosis of the liver. So basically he's not eating, but he's still drinking. And to the point that his liver is kind of shut down, and he's starting to hallucinate and stuff because it's not processing the ammonia and all that. His body is just kind of full of fluid. But either way, he started hospice today, and we're taking a trip to Vermont this weekend. My brother's gonna see my dad for the first time in several years, and we're gonna kind of do the whole, kind of have some closure and do that last thing. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend. For those of you, and I appreciate the emails and everybody who reached out on Instagram, and for those of you who have been asking questions and your condolences and all that stuff, I really do appreciate it. But enough of that. We don't want to keep the live stream down. So, and your name is okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you had before. I like turtles. I like turtles too. Hey, Caleb. Hey, shout out to you, man. You've been liking a lot of my stuff on Facebook. I appreciate it though. I like to tell people, like, there's a lot of you guys that consistently like and comment and participate in the chats and stuff. So I'd like to give you guys a shout out. I appreciate it. I really do. What do you think about blue jaw trigger in a coral tank? So I'm pretty black and white when it comes to triggers. I don't let them go into anything but a softy tank or maybe a moderate LPS tank. I would never put a trigger, regardless of the species, in an SPS tank. It's just one of those fish that could possibly get a taste for coral and then just go ham and start destroying colonies. Because, you know, colonies don't grow overnight. The 125, or sorry, the 300 before, from frags to basically this live stream video, is almost 2 years. And now if you put a fish in there and he decides he wants to start eating colonies, he could just do a lot of damage very quickly. So personally, triggers don't touch coral tanks for me, unless it's a soft coral tank like an Xenia or a Zoa tank or a mushroom tank, or like a hammer torch frog spawn ACAN kind of tank. Even then, you're still kind of on that borderline of possibly being an issue. So, but that's my opinion. There's a lot of people out there who have done very well with triggers. I know that it's not the blue draw, it's the not the Niger. Is it the Niger one? Yeah. So a lot of people have been successful with that. Brian did really well with that before he passed. So that's been a very successful trigger. But again, you know, they all have their own individual personality. So would I risk it? No, definitely wouldn't. Killer job on your competition, man. Making us all proud. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm the next fight that I have is July 9th. It's going to be in Pittsburgh, I believe. No, Philadelphia. Never mind, Philadelphia. It's the opposite side of Pennsylvania. But I'm going to drop some weight for that. I'm going to try to drop like 10, 15 pounds, fight a little bit lighter, and see if I'm a little bit quicker. But looking forward to that. Try to get 5 or 6 or 5 to 7 more competitions in before the end of the year. I should be getting promoted roughly around then, and even then, I'll still go in blue belt as soon as I get a chance. So, it's a beer, okay, like a straw hat, cool, okay, yeah, we Googled it. Sorry, there is a delay for anybody's wondering. The chat right now, I'm at 8 minutes and 8:08, and it's 8:13. So I try not to spend too much time on questions because we do get behind. But yeah, so happy Memorial Day, everyone. Appreciate that, Caleb. If you guys are doing anything fun for Memorial Day, feel free to let me know. I know that we had a pretty good day. So, you know, I'm already in Hershey. Oh, yeah, you're from Hershey. Is 20 chromis too many for a 6-foot frag tank? Absolutely not. No, 20 chromis is nothing, especially a 6-foot tank. No. But may I ask, what are you doing with chromis in a frag tank? Are you just doing it for bio load purposes, or because they're not really a utility fish? Frag tanks generally have tangs or wrasses or blennies or something that's going to benefit the frag tank. I mean, if you're just looking for movement or just a bio load, then I could see 20 chromises being in there, but they don't do anything, and I don't see the purpose of having a fish that doesn't do anything. There's no free rides in my tank. So all of them have to serve a purpose, except for Big Bertha. She gets a free pass. So yeah. So you can answer that question if you want. I'll see it pop up on the other screen. But why do you want 20 chromises in a frag tank? Do chalices tend to be one of the hardier LPS to care for, similar to say a Gawney or Elegance? Thinking of ordering a few, but I also thinking I should go for easier things. So chalices are definitely good. The one thing you have to consider, like if you look at the Hollywood Stunner chalice, their sweeper tentacles or their feeding tentacles are extremely long. I mean, even just a small frag of a Hollywood Stunner can wipe out colonies within 8 to 10 inches of just that frag. Their sweeper tentacles are really long. So yes, chalices are definitely easier to grow, but you have to be aware of their placement in the tank. So generally, they don't require a lot of light. So you can drop a chalice down really low at the bottom of the tank where it's not going to have an opportunity. If the flow kicks up, it's not going to start hitting your acros and stuff like that. So chalices can be low, put them low, and then also anticipate growth. They plate and they encrust, and then just keep that in mind when it comes to where your other corals are. Other than that, they're really easy to keep. I don't really know of anything. I know some hermit crabs, when you first frag a chalice and don't heal it properly, they can get in there and pick the skin apart and start causing stress. But other than that, there's not really an issue with pests or anything. Now, when it comes to Gawneys are not considered easy. They're really flow dependent, stability wise with nutrients. I'm over here burping. We just had pizza, so I'm sorry if I'm burping in the mic here. And also, elegance corals are not generally easy to keep. They can be finicky, and depending on the species, I know the Aussie cone version of the elegance coral is definitely the better, safer version. It has less stability issues, less chance of getting brown jelly. So yeah, I would say if out of those three, I would do the chalice. And if you're looking for something easier, acans are really easy. Trumpet corals, whatever. I don't know what the other one I have on my website, but stuff like that. Acan or not acans, but man, now I'm not gonna remember. Either way, it's the one. It's fluffy on the end. I don't know. I'm not an LPS guy, but yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully I didn't take too long to answer it. Any 15 packs left, or are they all gone? Let me check the website. I put a few in there for. Let me check. Let me just give me 10 seconds, man. Did it pop up? Let's see here. Products, collections, frag packs. They might be out of stock, but I do actually. Even if they're out of stock now, I'll put them back in because I fragged a ton of stuff the other day. Yeah, it says 2 available, but I'm gonna definitely have more than that now. So let me just make sure it's updated here. Yep. Matter of fact, I'll change that to 20 piece because I have a bunch of coral that I can part with. So yeah, I changed it to 20 piece frag pack for 300 shipped. I'm gonna update that right now, and I think I can do 5 of those safely right now, and it would ship. What's today? Today's Monday, Tuesday. I could most likely get it out Wednesday. My youngest son's getting surgery tomorrow. For he's getting tubes put in his ear, which is pretty minor. So I can get it out Wednesday for Thursday. So yeah, I put 20 pack on there, so that should be good. Let me get back to the stream, and I will probably let that run through for the next few days or until we run out. I just got to keep an eye on it, but hopefully that helps. Anyways, next question, Travis. I have a question. Can't I get your thoughts on this? Sure. I'm having some issues. Been doing the Zeovit system for 3.5 years, doing great, getting some different algae, phosphates 0.07. Did you add to this? Okay. So I see the rest of it. pH 1. pH okay. 1.24 cal. 1.24 cal. I don't know what you mean by that. I think you got your numbers messed up on that. Oh, calcium. Sorry. Calcium is 480, magnesium 1480, and then 9.6. Let me see what the rest of your question is. I'm going to scroll down. It hasn't popped up yet. So, Mr. Brownman 46, go ahead and put your question in there because it hasn't come up yet, at least not on my end. And we'll swing back through and hit your stuff up when it comes in. Just about had a happy Gilmore fit beside this lake. Fishing pole just broke. Oh, that's always my fear of fishing. Actually, getting the fish to the side and okay, you're just getting different algae and then having the line break. That's happened a few times. Okay, just getting different algae. So that's the question. You're just getting different algae. Well, Zeovit system. I know I've done some videos on the Zeovit system, and I did it temporarily before I electrocuted myself. That wasn't fun. But yeah, so Zeovit system is something that I do not recommend people to do. And I know that you've been doing it for 3.5 years. You're doing great on it. Just because the upkeep, it's expensive. You're an ultra low nutrient system, and it just depends on you to be precise on what you do, or your corals are going to suffer. Now, when it comes to algae, that means you have excess nutrients somewhere in that tank. I don't know what you mean by different kinds. Are you not getting the generic like turf algae or hair algae? Are you getting like bryopsis? I would say you have excess nutrients coming from something. I don't know how often you have to change out the Zeovit media to help process the nutrients efficiently, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that you do have to switch that stuff out, and you might have to make an adjustment to your Zeobac, I believe it is. You have to make the adjustment to the bacteria to make sure it's processing the nutrients efficiently. So you have excess nutrients somewhere, and if you have algae in the tank, it's almost not even worth testing for nitrates and phosphates because you're not going to get an accurate reading. Just like if you see cyanobacteria in your tank, it's almost not even worth testing phosphates because you're not going to get an accurate reading. You're just not until you remove it from the tank. But I would say look into changing out the media or adding more to help process better. Consider doing some water changes to get that stuff down. Or you can send me some pictures of this type of algae and I might be able to help you out. You can submit them on the website. It's probably the best bet. Just go to the website and you can upload pictures there. And then I'll get the notification. I can swing through and kind of give you an idea. But as with any algae, excess nutrients, and they're coming from somewhere. Something's not balanced when it comes to your dosing method or your media in the Zeova system. So that's the best I can do for you on that one without really seeing it and diving into your system's workings. As I upgraded the 125 gallon tank with better lights and corals, I'll keep you updated. Sweet. Yeah, let me know. I appreciate it. I like seeing my tanks, move on to better homes too. Who's the boss in your 300? Guessing the powder blue. Actually, the 2 sailfin tanks. The powder blue used to be when I only had 1 sailfin. I added the second sailfin, and they do some work in there. Yeah. So if you're talking about the video that you're seeing now, Lee, I know you've been here for a while, but if you're talking about the current video on the live stream, this is what the tank looked like when it was 2 years old. We're redoing it now and growing it back out just for the sake of doing that. But at this point, if you're looking at the video, it was definitely the powder blue. He was pretty aggressive. We had a powder brown in there at one point, was also very aggressive. A couple yellow tangs that were pretty bad. And then now that the tank is reset, it's the 2 sailfins are kind of neck and neck. The powder blue doesn't really do anything. And of course, Big Bertha's out of there, but she was never aggressive enough to be considered any issue or anything like that. So, but yeah, that powder blue I got from Scott from Roscoe's Reef a few years ago. I'm gonna give him a call soon too. Bioload only. Okay, so then we're going back to the original question from Aussie Dan about adding 20 chromuses to a frag tank. So he says the reason for it is bioload only. Zoa frag tank, it's absolutely spotless algae pest wise. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's gonna look pretty cool with all zoas too. But yeah, bioload perfect. That's fine. I would still consider utility fish. Get yourself a small yellow tang or a scopus tang or something that likes to pick at algae, because you never know what will prop up in between the zoa frags, and it'd be cool to have them in there and take care of it for you. But yeah, there's no issue with that. You can fit 20 in a 6-foot tank. You could fit probably 40 in a 6-foot tank. The chromuses, they're going to take quite a while to grow. I know that mine have been in here for several years, and they're not very big. They're just not. What about Galaxia corals? Every time I read that, I swear it says testicles, but I know it says tentacles. Ugh. Anyways, what's Wiggles doing? She's snuggling. This cat, man, she's obsessed with licking. Like she just licks everything, including herself. But anyways, so Galaxia can be pretty finicky as well. I like to isolate Galaxia on a rock that you can easily move or dislocate from the tank. The sweeper tentacles can be, I know the one I got in the glow boy right now, sweeper tentacles are about 8-ish inches, and I got to frag that up too. It's and it grows pretty quickly. And if you are not able to isolate it, excuse me, if you're not able to isolate it and get that if you can't remove the Galaxia before it actually encrusts onto a rock structure that has coral on it, like an acro or something, you're going to run into issues long-term wise, because it's just going to continue to grow, and those sweeper tentacles will win when it comes to acros and pretty much any SPS at that point. So Galaxia is good. It's awesome. Isolate it and remove it or frag it out when it gets too big. Don't let it grow on the glass. Don't let it attach itself to any rock structure with SPS on it or coral that you don't mind getting mowed over. If you keep that in mind, you should be good to go. Definitely happy for you for winning the competition. Good stuff, man. Did you reach the goal for your cancer fundraiser? Was happy to give to the cause. Hadn't had a chance to watch the replays yet. I didn't make the goal, but I did make enough that I got in there and we did pretty well as a team as well. So there's 3 of us from my gym that went and did the fundraising. Of course, there was other people who showed up, but our overall goal was almost accomplished. We got really, really close. So either way, I mean, anything is better than nothing. And I was glad that we were able to at least do the donation. And I was, of course, pretty happy that I won as well. So, it was a win-win all around. And I can't wait to do it again next year. But appreciate your donation. I know you were one of the first people that donated, and I appreciate it definitely. I meant our chalices hardier to hardier, hence why I mentioned the gonier. Okay, yeah. So chalices are easier to keep, as in there's less finicky, less light requirements, less flow requirements, and they are not as susceptible to diseases like the elegance coral or flow issues like a goni would have. So yes, chalices are going to be your better bet when it comes to those three different type of corals. And then Andrea came in here, said, Gorgs, trumpets, Duncans. Yeah, those are all going to be good options too. What's up, Reef and Chill? I've seen you a bit. I know that are you dropping all those memes in my Discord? I know there's a couple of you guys are savages. Just straight. Listen, I encourage people to go over to the Discord and hang out because we all like to joke around and stuff. But if you're sensitive, don't. It's just not going to work out for you. It's gonna be an uncomfortable time. Yeah. So hey, dude, I know it's in a video somewhere, but I can't find it. What brand or company did you get the grow out tubs from? I don't know. I know that I had a link at some point in one of the original videos, and somebody's posted it a couple times on videos, but I don't remember. I have to go through the email and see. You can just Google hydroponic tubs, grow out tubs, and it's going to pop up with an option. I know this one has a leaf on it. That pot that's like built into the side of the tub. It's not an actual leaf, but it's like a stamped leaf. But that's all I can tell you. I truly don't remember because it was like one of those last minute purchases. Somebody sent me a link. I went and bought it because I needed it and didn't even consider too much other than the fact that I've seen them before. So that's about the best I can do answer wise for you on that one. How you create your website and what software did you use? So I created my website through Shopify. I bought a general theme. I think it was like $100, $120. So I bought a theme, and then I went through and I basically built the website the way I wanted. I did all the layouts, all the pictures, the organization through the menus, and basically everything you see I did. I just bought a theme and then did it through Shopify. So I do all my shipping through Shopify and stuff like that. Once I can sit down and talk to my CPA, I really want to start shipping outside the US. I just have to figure it out. Plus, I will admit I'm a little concerned with expanding my 3D printing to the entire world, just because it's difficult enough with the space that I have to keep up with my current orders with stocking and stuff like that. As much as I would love to send stuff across the world, I want to make sure that I'm able to fulfill orders in a timely manner. I mean, I don't like taking 3 weeks to fulfill an order. It doesn't feel very good. I don't like doing that. It's not my preference. So I would hate for people to wait even longer because I don't have enough printers. And I'm not going to be able to add any more printers until I move. I don't have the electricals. Like, I just don't have the sources, the resources to supply the power for more printers. I just don't. I mean, with the reef tanks and 22 printers already going full blast, I've added as many outlets to the breaker as I can. I simply don't have the resources to accommodate any more printers. So yeah, I gotta figure it out. I don't know what to do, to be honest with you. And I plan on being here for at least another year, if not longer, giving the 300 another chance to grow out again. So I'm just kind of stuck with what I want to do. If I could, I would try to, and I might consider this, is if I run into, financially, if it's possible, I wouldn't mind renting a building or a storage area or somewhere where I have power and have access to just put all my printers, and they're local. It's local, and I can work there throughout the day, or have somebody work there throughout the day just running it. So we'll see. There's just many things I can do. We are 10 minutes behind on chat, so give me a second to get caught up here. I lost 3 pounder today at the lake. That's 3 pound line. What's been your biggest challenge with your tanks this month? This month is just kind of, I will be honest, like, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I have, as you guys know, over the last couple of years, my channel has declined because a lot of stuff went down with the boys in 2020, and it took a lot from me to kind of focus on that and move forward. And of course, going through the course system and all that stuff, and then getting the boys back, and then having them 50% now. and then running the business and then still dealing with stuff with that. It's challenging to keep on top of the tanks, to keep on top of everything. So I would say my biggest challenge for the tanks is just simply doing basic maintenance, and that is testing. The Trident took a crap. I got to show you guys a video on that. My Trident's dead. I got to send that in to get fixed. But just general maintenance is a little difficult right now. But it's as with everything, it just needs to be done. So I've been getting down there at least twice a week to do alkalinity. Not really doing so much with calcium at the moment because I have the calcium reactor, but and then just making sure my salinity and temperature probes are still calibrated right. Just the basic stuff. Feeding the tank, trying to do the glass every few days. But other than that, tank is kind of on autopilot. Been cutting a lot of frags lately, trying to get the coral system back up. But yeah, it's sometimes the basic stuff that's a little challenging. Okay, I'll send you pictures of my tank. Yeah, do it on the website so I can get it if you can, please. At Fish of Hex, how do I know when I'm ready for SPS? I have a 12-gallon. I have Ophelia, leather coral, small pieces of red Monty cap, and chip pavona. I have my temp and parameters holding steady. I dose Phyto and my nutrients in check. No crazy algae. Nothing has died. Well, it sounds like you're ready. I mean, if your parameters are stable, you didn't say anything about your lighting, but I mean, if you're keeping those things alive and they're not too dark, I'm assuming your lighting's probably good enough. Give it a shot. Basic SPS, basic acros, slimers, just basic SPS in general. Give it a shot and see. Don't go crazy. I wouldn't go out and spend like $700 on coral, but if you want to spend a couple $100, a few $100, depending on what you're getting, that's probably not going to be a bad idea. And then, yeah, I think you're probably ready for it. Yeah, I mean, you don't really know until you try, right? Man, I'm all phlegmy. Testicles on brain tonight. Wait, what? Yeah, every time I read tentacles, that's the first thing I say. So I always, whenever I see it, I've done it so many times, I remind myself to stop and read it correctly because I live in the gutter over here apparently. But yeah, Lucas says I've kept saltwater fish for about 3 years now. No coral. I would like to get some. What are some good corals to start with? So if you've never had corals, the best thing to start with are going to be the soft corals, zoas, mushrooms. I mean, you can have a whole tank just crazy filled with that stuff. And then move your way up. 8 cans, Ophelia, hammers, torches, frog spawns if you want the movement. And then, from there, even easier SPS, Monty caps, encrusting Monties, digitatas, stuff like that. Those are all really easy corals, bird's nest. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you've never had anything, just stick to the soft stuff, mushrooms, zoas, and, trumpet corals, easy stuff like that. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. Thanks for the Galaxia information. I got a frag in the corner of one of your frag racks all by itself. Yeah. Yeah, just be careful with Galaxia, man. That stuff, it's a really fast grower, and it's not there is not another coral that I've ever seen that beats Galaxia. The toughest coral that I've ever had that just mows stuff down is Galaxia, for sure. Yeah. The most invasive coral would be like green star polyps or the pom-pom coral. That's pretty invasive, but just pure strength and just ability to mow down other corals, Galaxia takes it every time, for sure. No doubt. Let me clear my throat again. What's up, Hex? I have a problem with not keeping up with NO3 and PO4. I dose 20 milliliters of NO3 and 10 milliliters of PO4. I have an 80-gallon, including sump. Turn the skimmer off and remove all my Chaeto. Are you okay? Let me see what I'm missing here. Roy, here's the rest of it. My NO3 and PO4 are still at 0. Don't know what it could be. What do you think? All right, so first off, test kits. Make sure your test kits are up to date. They're not expired. And then if they are, right, then try other test kits. If you have buddies or somebody you can say you're using, let's just say you're using Hannah, right? And you're not getting anything. If you don't have Red Sea and say your buddy does, try Red Sea. See if you're getting something else. So try multiple test kits. Make sure they are not expired. So that's the first thing. So if you've turned off the skimmer, what else did you do, man? You're dosing. Are you dosing that every day? You can't be dosing every day. For an 80-gallon tank, you have to be dosing that throughout the week or every couple of weeks. So when I tell people who are starting to dose, I would say pick a consistent amount, dose every day, test every day at around the same time. Of course, you don't want to be testing around times that you fed or dosed because you're going to get false readings. Are you seeing any algae in the tank? Anything at all? If you're seeing any algae, then your numbers are higher than what they are, and you're just contributing to it with continuing to dose. So what's the yes question for? I don't remember what I asked. I asked a couple of questions, Roy. So what is the yes? What is that for? To what question? I already forgot. Sorry. Come over here running my mouth, not paying attention to anything. But I'm gonna wait for you to respond to that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep talking too. So yeah, so if you turn everything off, you're dosing that amount consistently, no algae at all. Okay, so you have no algae. Okay, so I would say continue to dose, increase the amount, or just increase the frequency, and just kind of see what you're getting. You dose daily. So you dose 20 milliliters of NO3 daily. Whose NO3 are you using? If it's not, okay, listen, if it was mine, then you would have a problem. I don't know whose you're using, but it's not potent enough. So you should go to fishofhex.com and buy mine. Little plug. But anyways, yeah, that if I did that in my 300 gallon with mine, I'd be in some serious trouble. If I dosed 20 milliliters and 10 milliliters every single day, I'd be in some serious trouble. At least with how potent mine is. But yeah, so you have a couple options here. You can dose more. Brightwell, yeah, Brightwell is, I mean, mine's significantly stronger than that. And I've been told that, you know, not just by me saying that to try to bump my own stuff, but yeah, so you can increase the amount or you can change up the supplement. That's about the best you can do. Can be consistent on your testing. Understand when it comes to NO3 and PO4, there's going to get a point where you're going to plateau. And when it starts to do that, dial it back just a little bit to stay within that plateau range. Because if you keep dosing the current amount, you're actually going to go beyond that plateau pretty quickly, and you can run into algae issues as quickly as well. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, it just sounds like you just got to dose more or change up the product. That's what I would do. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna talk for like 3 more minutes, and I'm gonna head out. We got some stuff to do. Probably watch a movie, hang out. I gotta do emails too. So I do plan on buying yours, but how long will it take to get to me? Where are you at? Are you in the United States? I am waiting on labels right now, but if you don't mind me sending it out with just a generic label with a generic dosing guide, I can get it out to you tomorrow. I could ship it tomorrow. It's USPS. I mean, I don't know how backed up they are in the holidays. You'll probably get it in a couple days. But yeah, I don't have the gallon jugs anymore because I can't get the gallon jugs. Like I just can't get them anymore, which is extremely frustrating. I'm playing a farming simulator 22 right now. That's cool. Houston. Yeah. It's going to be, depending on how much you buy, it's either going to be ground UPS, which is a couple days, or USPS, which is also 1 to 3 days. So yeah, I mean, if you put that order in tonight, I'll ship it tomorrow. That's the best I can do for that. I won't wait for the labels to come in. A lot of people like specific labels, but I'll just send you a copy of the actual dosing directions, and I'll mark the bottles for you. So you know the difference between the two, so I can ship it out sooner. But yeah, I think we're good. You guys good? We've been here for like 40 minutes. I think we did a pretty good live stream. We had 40 people in consistently, which is pretty decent for a holiday. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to head out. And we are doing the buy 3, get 1 free. I don't know why that says April, but either way, it's buy 3, get 1 free on the 3D printed. So that means you have to add 4 3D printed items to your cart. And then let me just update that. And then when you check out, it's going to take the lowest number, like the cheapest one, and it's going to just simply make it free. So you can do that. And I just updated the Frag packs, 20 piece for 300 shipped. You can do that if you want. I'm going to keep that up for a few days, but I do appreciate everybody's support ahead of time. Definitely do. So with that said, guys, I hope you have a good week. I will get a few more videos out, but I will be gone this weekend, like I mentioned before. All right. So that's it. God bless. I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.